Okay, to solve this rational expression, the first thing you want to do is check all the denominators to see if there's anything that would make the denominator undefined. So the first denominator, x plus 1, obviously x could not be negative 1. The second denominator is just a 1, so we're okay there. Third denominator, x minus 3, so we would also have to add 3, positive 3 to the list. And then probably the next thing we want to do is clear the fractions out. So the common denominator of all the denominators is x plus 1 and x minus 3. So I've spread this problem out quite a bit to create some extra room, so I'm going to try to squeeze this in. We're going to multiply the left-hand side by x plus 1, x minus 3. I didn't leave myself enough room there. On the right-hand side, we need to distribute this, so we need to multiply the 2 by x plus 1, x minus 3, and then finally the other fraction, x plus 1 times x minus 3. So in the very next step, we're going to be clearing the fractions out. So on the very first one, we can clear out the x plus 1s, and we're left with a 2x that needs to be distributed. So that would give us what? 2x squared minus 6x. On the right-hand side, because there's a 1 in the denominator, we need to FOIL that out. Let me do this in 2 steps. I'm going to leave the 2 alone, but I'm going to FOIL the x plus 1 and the x minus 3. Let's see, we'd have x squared. The middle term, we have a 1x and a minus 3x. That would be minus 2x. And 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. Finally, on the last term, let's say the x minus 3's are going to cross out, and I'll be distributing a 2. So we will have, what, 2x plus 2. And let's see, let me just copy the left-hand side down. 2x squared minus 6x. We need to distribute the 2 to the trinomial, so we'll have 2x squared minus 4x minus 6 plus 2x plus 2. Copy the left-hand side down once again. 2x squared minus 6x. And let's see, we have 2x squared. We're combining a minus 4x and a plus 2x is a minus 2x. Combining a minus 6 and a plus 2 is a minus 4. So now we're ready to solve it. First thing we could do, of course, is subtract the 2x squared from both sides, and that drops out. Let's add 2x to both sides, I guess, as the next step. Let's add 2x. And so the new equation would be minus 4x equals negative 4. Divide both sides by negative 4. And we get x equal 1. And if we look at the restrictions, one of the restrictions was negative 1, but positive 1 should be okay. This one's actually fairly easy to check too. So if you put the 1 back in the original equation, we're going to have 2 times 1 over 1 plus 1. Does that equal 2 plus 2 over 1 minus 3? Let's see, 2 times 1 is 2, over 2 is 1. Does that equal 2 plus, here we have 2 over a negative 2. So 1 equals 2. 2 over negative 2 is a minus 1. So sure enough, we have 1 equals 1. It checks out. So that's it.